If you threw a Leviathan whale into the modern ocean, could it dominate these waters? You open your eyes, your head pounding with pain. A moment ago, you had locked onto a megalodon, ready to strike. Then everything goes black. How did you end up here? If you wretched thing. You instinctively fire off a sonar pulse, scouting the way. Your sonar gives you the sharpest eyes in the ocean. Where prey is, which paths are clear. It marks everything out for you, crystal clear. But this time, all that comes back is noise. Ships, underwater construction, and the sonar of human warships. Your already aching head is now even more of a mess, for a lifetime. Your once flawless sonar is useless in these waters for the first time. But you can't dwell on that. You're hungry, and your eyes aren't much help. You can only search with your eyes wide open. After swimming for a while, you spot a baleen whale near the surface. You lower your body and charge at full speed. The full force of 17 meters and 610 tons slams into its flank. You hear its entire row of ribs snap cleanly under your forehead. It doesn't have time to react. Your mouth is already open. With teeth twice as long as a T-Rex's, you bite down with that momentum. You gulp down that warm, blubbery flesh, feeling it warm you all the way to your stomach. Only then do you start to recover. Soon, two great white sharks follow the scent. They see your size and turn tail without a second thought. A week later, several large figures appear on your sonar. A small pod of sperm whales. You set your sights on the calf. As usual, you launch a direct charge. But then, something strange happens. The sperm whales suddenly start chattering rapidly. A series of high-frequency clicks fly between them. They instantly form a circular defensive formation, shielding the calf tightly in the center. All the adults' tails are cocked like loaded cannons, facing outward, and it doesn't stop there. One of them blasts a huge sow of waste at you, covering your face. You can't see anything, but you don't back down. You charge at one on the side. But before you get close, two tails whip out simultaneously, forcing you back several meters. You freeze in place. You've never seen a tactic like this in your life. They actually coordinate. While you're stunned, they protect the calf and slowly move away from the direction they're heading. Another sound drifts over, high and sharp. You don't understand it. You just feel like someone's been watching you the whole time, taking note of your tactics. 6 months later, your sonar picks up a large signal, almost as big as you. You think it's a rival for territory. You lower your body and charge, ready to fight. But before you can collide, that thing sends a sonar pulse at you. It hits you. You shudder all over. Its frequency is exactly the same as yours. You both stop in the water, unmoving. You use sonar to scan each other from head to tail. It's a female Leviathan whale. She was probably thrown in here by that if too. Lie you, she doesn't belong here. After that, you start hunting together, and you learn new tactics. One of you herds the fish in one direction, while the other waits with an open mouth. The slippery prey you could never catch alone before? Now, with you two flanking them, not a single one escapes. In the evening, you surface to breathe. Another spout rises beside you. Two breaths spray one after another onto the sunset-reddened sea. You've always looked around when surfacing your whole life, but this time, you rise. Just because the one beside you does too. 6 months later, your child is born, about the size of your head, with tiny teeth and a cartilaginous skeleton. His soft, babyish sonar is all focused on you. He should be tucked in the safest spot between you two, but he insists on crowding close to you, nuzzling under your massive jaws that could crush bone, pressing against your scars, sleeping right next to you, the one who could kill anything that touches him. That killing machine doesn't shake him off. He even unconsciously slows his pace a bit. His mother keeps nudging him back to the middle, but he keeps slipping back to your side. One day, 7 or 8 killer whales track the sound of your child. He's soft, the easiest target. They try to approach from several directions, trying to wedge between you two, to isolate the child. You recognize this tactic, coordination. The sperm whales used it on you back then, but back then, you were alone. Now it's different. They want to separate you, so you and your mate must stay close to the child. As soon as you close in, you smash the first one with a ram. Another tries to slip in from your blind side, but she bites it hard and drags it back. You handle the front, she handles the flanks. Anyone who gets close gets hit hard. One is flipped belly up by your ram. 2 have their fins torn by her bite. You two guard perfectly, giving them no chance at all. When 5 motionless killer whales float in the water, the remaining 2 or 3 finally dare not attack. They retreat to a distance and swim slowly, staring coldly at you 3. After that, life is peaceful for a good while. You watch your child learn to hunt. His first lunge at a tuna misses. He turns back, looking at you in confusion. After a few tries, he finally gets the angle right and bites down. A slow-moving fish slips right past your eyes. You don't move. You just watch. You watch him pounce and bite it himself. That evening, when you surface to breathe, 2 large waterspouts on the sea, now joined by a small one. Peaceful days, but not long after, the killer whales return. This time, it's not the 5 or 6 scouts from before. It's a massive, dark swarm, closing in from all directions. They don't come for you directly. Several circle in from the sides. Before you can react, you're all surrounded separately. You try to ram them, but they stick close and dodge, refusing to let you hit them. They take turns coming from both sides, biting and then retreating. They hold you in place, slowly draining your blood. And with your child, they're using a drowning tactic, trying to force him into deep water to drown. In no time, a wound opens on your child's back. Blood disperses in the water. You can't keep this up. You whip your head sideways, smashing the killer whales clinging to you away. You force your way to his side. You two stand back to back, protecting the child between you, left and right, but there are too many killer whales. You flip one, and two more immediately take its place. They refuse to fight you head-on. They're clearly trying to wear you down. You can take one or two hits, but not this endless attrition. You both know that if this continues, none of you three will escape. You suddenly lower your body, using that head that's been a battering ram your whole life, and charge at full speed toward the thinnest part of the encirclement. Flesh and blood fly as you tear open a gap. You turn and send a sonar pulse to her. She understands. She takes the child and bursts out past your side. The child just breaks free, then turns back to you. He's always loved to hide behind you since he was young, seeing you as his safest shield. But this time, you bare all your teeth at him, roaring the fiercest sound of your life. He freezes, never having seen you lie this. She seizes the moment, bites the child's nape, and drags him away. You stand your ground, staring down the killer whale pod. An older female killer whale clicks a few times. 5 killer whales respond, circling around. They head toward your child and mate. You watch them go, but you can't move. If you chase, the whole pack behind you will press toward them. You can only stay put. You watch her and the child disappear into the deep water until you can't see them anymore. Now you have nothing left to guard. You turn around. You slam hard into a killer whale about to ambush you. Another one lunges at you. You open your mouth, with teeth longer than a T-Rex's, and bite through it without even looking. Your tail whips back, smashing another one away. Killer whale after killer whale comes to attack. You let loose completely, charging wildly. The sea turns murky with blood. But there are just too many of them. They keep adding wound after wound to your body. 10 minutes pass. Around you float the bodies of killer whales you've killed. But you're barely holding together yourself. You've lost too much blood, slowly sinking. Your vision grows darker. With your last breath, you send one final sonar pulse toward where she and the child swam. In the echo, the signals of those pursuers are gone. She killed them all herself, one by one. She and the child have reached the deep sea, safe. She hears the sonar and stops. She sends a reply in your direction. That sound's frequency is exactly the same as the day you first met her. Your sonar has been flawless your whole life. But in these waters, it only ever brought you noise. Yet in this final moment, what it brings back isn't noise. It's the sound of family. You relax your tensed body and close your eyes. This time, all those sounds that haunted you fall silent. Many years pass. The child who always hid behind you has grown into a Leviathan whale as strong as you. The old scar on his back from the killer whale bite swims beside him. Another female Leviathan whale, who drifted into these waters later, has become his family. That evening, they surface to breathe. The sunset spreads across the water. 2 large water spouts shoot up, and beside them, a small one appears. But this time, you are not there.